Well, it's been a bit. It's been exactly a week since we have done one of these. Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are having yourself a great day, and hopefully you're having yourself a nice night. Oh, and I'm watching Kent State in Akron. The ball just hit a player's face and wasn't paying attention and muffed the punt. That is just amazing. But yeah, the reason why I haven't really been as active on YouTube as much was because teaching has just been very, very, very busy as of late. And I mean, I love the job that I'm doing. It's busy work. It's 100% busy work. And if you hear just random stuff going on in the background randomly, my dad is making like a little cat playground, and he's like drilling holes up against the wall. So if you hear that, that's pretty much what it is. But yeah. So and also, yeah. So why not have a return? But you might be thinking, well, Lightning mean you don't usually stream on weekdays. I thought you only stream on weekends. Yeah, I do. But I'm making this as a little bit of an exception. And also same with like Thursday because, Thursday because my team's going to be playing on Thursday night. So you guys are going to get a treatment of the Patriots versus Jets. So, tonight though, we got some MACtion. There, of course, there's one right now, but we're not doing Kent State and Akron. I mean, that will be another option, but the main game that we're gonna keep an eye on is Ohio. It's Ohio taking on Western Michigan. And both of these teams are trying to battle it out and to see who can be in the MAC conference championship. Here, let me show you how we are standing right here in the MAC. Let's show that, shall we? Let's show that, shall we? Here, let me move that, then let's see. Share screen. Alrighty, so the MAC conference. So Western Michigan, I think they just got themselves a win. I think they got themselves a win over Central Michigan. And then at last week's MACtion, Ohio was going up against Miami of Ohio. Miami was undefeated conference play, but Ohio managed to get a go-ahead touchdown with about 2 minutes of the game as Parker Navarro do a nice one to get a touchdown. But Ohio, they controlled their destiny. So pretty much for the time being before Miami of Ohio and Buffalo play. So if you are Miami of Ohio, you should be rooting for, regardless. I mean, see, this is why we're doing this game. Because Ohio and Western Michigan, whoever wins the game, they are going to take sole control of the MAC conference. And looks like we got a touchdown from Kent State. Feel bad for Akron because Akron can't even make a bowl game. Akron cannot make a bowl game. And that's just not good for them. And we got the top 10. And here comes the college football rankings. So we'll save the college football playoff rankings when we get to halftime. We will definitely go ahead and share our thoughts on that. But as of right now, my team, number 8. We were number 9 last week. We barely scraped by against the number 20 team, that is Iowa. Iowa only went down 1, so that's good for them at least. But anyway, we're going to remove that. Stop the screen. Share him. And also, today is we salute to the veterans. I love the Western Michigan helmet, the camo on the helmet. Salute to our troops. We salute to our troops that sacrifice themselves, put their sacrifice on the line to serve our country. Thank you to those who serve our country. Thank you indeed. So, and they even have the military right beside them does the honor in the booth for Veterans Day. I believe this day is also known, I think, quote me if I'm wrong on this, but it was also known as Armistice Day. It was like on the night, I believe in 1918 or it's like 1918 or 1919 that the when World War I was over. It was like on the 11th month, on the 11th day, at the 11th hour, or something like that. I'm not quite 100% sure on that department, but that is from what I'm hearing. But yeah, hold on, the TV is a little loud. I do not want to get hit with copyright, because even if you play the sounds, you can still get hit with the copyright. Something gotta be a little bit lucky. Well, a little bit of luck. Here, let me go with this. Heck yeah, man. It is MACtion night. Tuesday. MACtion night. And Thomas and Slav. Hey, thank you, Anthony. And thank you, Thomas. Yes, tonight, MACtion night. This is the first time ever on this channel we are doing MACtion night, baby. Who doesn't love a good MACtion? You know? It's Tuesday. It's a football on the Tuesday. What can go better than that, right? MACtion on the Tuesday. Looks like Jagger 9 is doing the game as well. But yeah, so both Ohio, Western Michigan, they are both 4-1 in conference play. Winner will take the lead of the MAC conference. But yeah, let's go ahead and get the scoreboard ready, shall we? So this will be the scoreboard. This will probably be the scoreboard that we're gonna rock through. We're gonna rock with, I believe. See, yes, that's much better. Here, I'm testing something else too. Okay, there we go. That way everybody can see. But I like the scoreboard. Yep. Thank you to the scorecounter.com. I've been using that for quite a bit because Tom Grossi he did a raid on a Bills fan when the Bills were playing Sunday Night Football against the Patriots, and he was using that scoreboard. So that just got me the idea. I was like, you know what? Why not? Why not use that? You know, it's like, why not use it? Okay, you know what? We're gonna leave it like. I think like that should be good. I'm just trying to figure out like the good the aspect ratio of this. I think medium's good. I think medium and tall. I think that's good. I believe that is good. In Kalamazoo, Michigan, 33 degrees and 33 degrees. And they already got some snow. Feels like 19. And it looks like Ohio is going to be the team that will get the ball first. So I'm going to go ahead and get the depth chart ready for these teams. Let's see. And then here we go. MACtion time has begun, baby. And we're going to start things off with a touchback. And then quarterback Parker Navarro will be coming onto the field. Parker Navarro. And he's in first of the conference with a completion record. Snapping from the left hash. Freezing down in 33 degrees. So that's definitely cold weather. Tight in motion, going to hand this one off. And he just broke some tackles, and he's still breaking tackles. Gets to the 45, down to the 49-yard line. That is a 26-yard run. My bad. I'm so used to the time right now. So give me a minute. I'll do my best to catch up here. Navarro with the play action. Navarro, he is going to run himself, and he will get a 2-yard gain to the 47 on the right side of the goal line. But already good start. Already a nice drive underway for Ohio. And then for some reason the TV wants to freeze. Good start. Good start. I don't know why the TV wants to freeze. I don't know why. It is going to be now third down because, again, it now wants to jump around. Third down and 5 at the 44. The running back was C. Bangura. And it froze again. Why is it doing that? I don't freaking understand this. Oh, this stupid cable box, man. I wanted to do some MACtion, man. I don't know why. He tries to go deep left side, and that's going to be incomplete. Wofford was a defender on that play. Oh, but there's an offsides penalty. Oh, offsides on the Western Michigan. Totally not good. Totally not good. Clock stops at 13:25. Penalty down. And a timeout has been called already. Timeout taken by Ohio with 13:25 remaining. Now, let me go ahead and change the clock while I'm at it, too. So, see. But USC 17 after Minnesota. That's who Oregon has to play, and that's going to be tough. I think it's also I believe it's also Oregon's final home game. I believe because our last game's away at Washington. All right, first down and 10 for Ohio at the 39 because of a offside penalty by Western Michigan. Kill. Navarro dropping back. Pressure's coming. He's going to roll to his right, and he's going to will go out of bounds with a gain of 1. And he would get a 2-yard pickup. For some reason, the clock never stopped as he went out of bounds. Okay. It is what it is. So it's at 3:05, so about a 3-second difference here. So the rushing attack led by Bangura has been deadly in the conference so far for Ohio. Pistol formation. That's been a formation they've been using a lot. Bangura in the backfield. Go and kill again. Navarro to take the snap and play action. Navarro going to the middle, and it's been picked off. It's picked off by Western Michigan. He goes past the 40. He will be tackled at the 37-yard line. Western Michigan will start off with the interception. First turnover by Western Michigan. Does not see that play right there. That was intercepted by strong safety Tate Halleck. Does not see him. That is definitely how you're going to get the crowd riled up. Oh, man. What a start. And now Brock Lowry is going to be the person under center for the Broncos of Western Michigan. All right, let me see here. All right, we got Jalen Buckley now as the starting running back. Brock Lowry as the starting quarterback. 2nd and 8 at the Ohio's 31. At Ohio's 31. Motion coming in. Lowry, thinking of running it, hesitated, tries to run, but only gains a yard. He was like, that was kind of weird for Lowry because he was like, he snapped it, wants to run, then he went to pass again, and then he went to run. Like he was a bit hesitant about it. Don't know what the goal was at. I mean, I get it was like if you want to fool. I mean, I get it was like if you were trying to fool the other team, but that should did not work right there. Western Michigan is third down conversions in the conference. Empty backfield. Buckley goes in motion. Lowry's going to hand it. He's going to keep it to himself, and that's only going to get a 2-yard gain. So Western Michigan, after the interception, will not get anything out of it offensively, only getting a total of 5 yards and go 3 and out for Western Michigan. So it looks like Western Michigan is going to get ready for a field goal. So this is going to be a 46-yard. Is that a 46-yard field goal attempt for Western Michigan? Yep, 46-yard attempt from Western Michigan. Snaps there, a little slow. Kick is up, and the kick is good. And Western Michigan does walk away with some points on the board, as they will lead 3-0 after the interception. So, bad throw by Parker Navarro. And Marshawn Nealand played. Oh, he played with Western Michigan? Dude, wow. That I did not know. That story about Marshawn Nealand, that was sad. That was just real. That was tragic. Like, it was like he had a nice game where he played like he was about to become like this. He was about to become. Let me go full screen here. Hold on. Like the thing was like he was about to become this like the rising star on that Cowboys front seven. Like he once had a what you call like he was in 25% of the snaps that were played, I believe, for the Cowboys against the Cardinals on Monday night. And then he was the one who recovered the touchdown in the end zone against the Cardinals after they blocked it. And it was like, oh my goodness, like he had a good game. That's going to be something that he's going to remember. And then that news hit, and we had no idea what was the cause of death. And then the police report released it, and it was like, oh my goodness, like it was tragic. Like, I never knew Marshawn Nealand went to Western Michigan. So, and Jalen Green in the NBA of the Phoenix Suns is out 4 to 6 weeks with a hamstring strain. And the Mavericks have fired Nico Harrison. Move comes 9 months after they traded Luka Doncic to the Lakers. Feel like that move. Why? I don't know why you would ever trade your star player. That's like asking that's like saying like you want like the Patriots trading Tom Brady or the Saints trading Drew Brees. Like, why would you ever trade away Luka Doncic? And Kent State is beating Akron 7-3. I don't understand why trade away your star player? Like, I will forever be baffled at that. I will forever be baffled at that. That's just ridiculous. Like, that is just ridiculous. Like, you should never be able. And Travis Hunter is also out for the season as he went knee surgery, which is a friggin' dang shame. Because they were like, hey, he may be calling me back, but no. It turns out that he's going to be gone for the season. So, that was that. Oh, now you want to come over. Where were you last time? I can't see Stays. Oh my goodness. Cat, you're so spoiled. What's going on, dude? Treating your treats like it's catnip? What the heck, man? Kickoff again. And that's going to be a touchback once again. As Navarro in the Bobcats will start from the 25. But after a grilling interception, his RPO, he never saw the safety. He never saw the safety coming down. All right, Navarro in shotgun formation. And then that's going to hand it off to Bangura. Bangura gets a decent run. That's going to be a 7-yard gain coming off running on the right hash. Coming off of the right hash. So this is the first drive since that interception, as it was intercepted by Tate Halleck on Western Michigan. Man, SEC has 3. Yeah. 5 teams in the top 10. That's broken. Navarro, shotgun. He's gonna take it to pass it to his tight end, and he's gonna be down. I thought he went out of bounds, but that was Jacob Bruno with the little catch and run for the first down for the Bobcats. About a 2-second difference, 19-17 now of the first quarter for Ohio and Western Michigan. Parker Navarro is shotgun, changing the place now. 2 receivers at the bottom, 1 up top. Navarro will throw almost another interception with a 4-yard pickup. That was almost an interception on that play. That was caught by Chase Hendricks, who had a nice game last week. Ooh. That was Joshua Franklin, the nickel, almost coming down with the interception, but Hendricks fought for it. Ooh, yeah. So 2nd down and 6 at their own 45. Two receivers at the top, 1 at the bottom. The ball will drop it back, looking to his right. He's going to bootleg to the right. He's going to scramble to the right, goes on a run, tries to thread the needle, incomplete. That would be incomplete. Dom Dort was the intended target on the play. You got to worry about that pressure. The Broncos defense already coming to show. This is for the MAC championship spot on the line. This game does have some implications here. It does have some good implications. Pistol formation again. Play clock ticking. 2, 1. They do get the snap on time. Navarro tries to run through, but he will get sacked. And that will be 4th down for the Bobcats. Another defensive stop for Western Michigan. Western Michigan's defense playing good. Oh, my goodness. Because the fact that the freaking running back got clobbered. He got Bangura got clobbered. Because that guy just shot the gap. Punt is away now. This will be Western Michigan's ball. That was a really short punt, and that's going to get picked up probably around the 30-yard line. I'll stop the clock because it's frozen again. For some reason. I don't know why it's frozen. Around the 28-yard line. So Western Michigan will get the ball back. So an interception and a sack. Really good for Western Michigan. Question, can their offense be put into use to extend their lead over Ohio? Freaking eating a... Why would you ever eat a cotton candy? Why would you do that, man? Stealing cotton candy from a kid. What's wrong with you, man? What is wrong with you? But, yeah. Because Western Michigan, the best team overall is Ohio. Look at because Western Michigan started the season 0-3. They started with Michigan State, then North Texas in overtime, and then of course Illinois. Then the close one to Toledo, then Rhode Island. Then of course UMass, Ball State. They lost to Miami of Ohio. So if both Western Michigan and Miami of Ohio wins, then Miami of Ohio will jump into first. They will jump into first. So keep that in mind for the MAC. Do they play Buffalo? They do not play Buffalo. Okay, so so that is a note. They do not play Buffalo. So Buffalo is in a race. Buffalo is indeed in a race. Who does Buffalo play? Does Buffalo play Ohio? As they lose to Minnesota, Troy, UConn, lost to Akron? You lose to Akron? Oh, they play both Miami of Ohio and Ohio. Crucial game. If the Bulls need to go to the MAC championship, they need to win. They need to win those last two games. We'll win the last three games. Well, last three, but more importantly, against Miami and against Ohio. More importantly. So, the Patriots are favored by 12.5 to the Jets. Oh, dear gosh. Oh, dude. The Jets are so going to get crushed. They are so going to get crushed. All right, we're going to Western Michigan right now. All right, Western Michigan will get the ball at their own 28. Lowry, he's going deep left side field, 1-on-1, incomplete as he was pushed out of bounds. Mark Lowry's 5-1 as a starter. Guess good things can happen when he's under center. 5-0, so that means the quarterback was 0-3 as a starter. Well, he came as a backup? What did he coming in as a backup? Handing it off. Believe to Buckley. Gets a 3-yard gain to the 31-yard line. Not much there. So they're still working a third and long situation on 3rd and 7. But Western Michigan also facing another 3-and-out situation. So they gotta convert. They gotta convert. They have got to convert. Lowry with a snap. In the pocket. Invades the tackle. Points to his receiver. And he has going to overthrew his receiver. That's going to be incomplete. So you're looking at another 3-and-out situation. And Western Michigan's offense is not clicking tonight. Not clicking. Yeah, so Western Michigan's offense is not clicking. It's a darn shame. I need a box score so I need the box score. Anyways. Sorry, my bad. It'll stop for a second. Gets to the 36, the return man. That will be Ohio's ball, so Navarro will get the ball back for the 3rd time on this drive. Okay, there we wait, where is it? Where is it? There we go. That's what I was looking for. There we go. You right now see it, Bangura, 36 yards on 3 rushes coming in. So we only had that one run for 26 yards, and that is pretty much all the offense we have seen so far. But Western Michigan so far, in my opinion, has has performed better on the defense because the defense actually got them into a bit of scoring position and got them into field goal range. They're just running it because they're saying, okay, we can try to take the points, so let's just run it. And then they kick the field goal from there. So that's why they're up 3-0 over Ohio. They want to at least get that lead, get that motivation up. And then Ohio's got their second drive. They get a sack. Western Michigan. So Ohio, 26-yard run that ended with an interception. And then Western Michigan ends with a 3-and-out, one field goal, and then one's a punt. So, not ideal. Not ideal. Ow. Oh, that guy's still doing those Gillette commercials. Yeah, so like I said, when it's halftime, we are going to go over the top 25. But yeah, week number 12 coming in. Can't believe we're almost done with the season. I still can't believe we're almost done with the season. We have three more weeks remaining. Well, 4 more weeks remaining. Because we have this week, then next week. No, 3 weeks. This week, the next week, and then rivalry week. Can't believe it. Notre Dame, Pitt, Oklahoma, Alabama, and Texas, Georgia. Texas is number 10. They lost to Florida. They lost to a bad Florida team. Why is Texas number 10? What have they done? Same could be the same to Oregon. How is Texas back in the rankings? That's ridiculous. They can literally lose to an FCS team and they can be going down. Navarro will keep it to himself, and he goes out of bounds to 48. And that's going to be a clear-cut first down for Navarro and the Ohio offense. Ooh, Kentucky's playing Louisville in basketball. There's a Governor's Cup basketball style. Florida State. Pistol formation again at the 50 after a Parker Navarro run. Duncan Brune. And the offensive lineman just pushing him and then gets a 4-yard gain. Thanks to the offensive lineman giving him a good push. Duncan Brune, the sophomore, will get the 4-yard gain. Sorry if I'm a little bit off. It's been a month since I have done this stuff. So I've done streams like this. But it does feel good. It does feel good to be back for a bit. I could definitely say that for sure. Navarro standing in the pocket, pump fakes, invades the tackle, runs to his left, and he's going to throw it. That was almost picked off. I don't know why he's trying to play hero ball and trying to throw his needles. That's the second time he almost got picked off. He's making very hasty decisions right there, and it kind of scares me. Like, he does a good job evading. It's like, just throw it away at that point. Don't try to force it. He tried to force it, and that was almost picked off. Shout out to shout out to Aaron Wofford with the deflection. And here's Brune again. Brune gets a 4-yard gain. That is 4th and 2. Does Ohio want to go for it? Does Ohio want to go for it? Because that's manageable. 4th and 2 is manageable. You're also at a point where you're at a short field punt, but you're at a long field goal. You're a long field goal. If I was still on the field, they need to get to the 40. They need to get to the 40. That's what Ohio needs to do. 7th in the conference on 4th down conversions, 8 of 17. Tight end in motion. Navarro keeps it to himself and dumps it off to his tight end, and he gets down at the 26-yard line. That was Jake Bruno with another catch and run like this. Tony Brown is pleading not guilty in his attempted murder case. That's so him. That is so him. Like, Antonio Brown has just been, 26-yard line. The offense is clicking for Ohio. Seems to be going good at pistol formation. Bangura now standing beside. He will take the carry. Gets past the 20 and will try to bulldoze his way on the right half. Gets an 8-yard gain. We'll get an 8-yard gain. Bangura with 830 yards this season, almost at 1,000. And that's double-digit touchdowns too. Keep beating him. And Akron just took the lead over Kent State. At the 18 now. Bangura in the backfield. I keep thinking Singura for some reason. Navarro will run it. Gets past the line of scrimmage. Pass first down. He will pass the 10 and will get out of bounds at the 3. So goal to go opportunity. And look at that. Blocking by 51. That was a great blocking. And then Halleck will push him out of bounds. I think that was 51. Davian Witherspoon, the redshirt senior. Great job from him of pulling up the block. Alrighty, Brune in the back. Duncan Brune in the backfield. That pistol. And you got Mason Williams at tight end. Brune tried to run, will get nothing out of it as he was running left hash. And now we're taking a go. We are less than 2 minutes left of the first quarter. Yeah, so good offense, a good defense. Who will win? So far, it's Western Michigan, but Ohio's close to it. Get a touchdown. Audibling. Brune still in the backfield. 2 wide receivers at top. Let's chase Hendricks at the slot. And he was heading off to nowhere. They were not fooled by that. And Navarro still dives in for the touchdown. Ohio will take the lead. He was literally heading off to a ghost. Bruno went the opposite direction. He literally pulled a Manziel and he still got a touchdown. Like, he literally pulled a Johnny Manziel. He pulled a Johnny Manziel and he still got the touchdown. That is hilarious. That is so hilarious. So now Western Michigan now is in under pressure on offense. 2 times already, 3 and out. As Ohio gets ready to kick the extra point. Extra point is good. 7-3, Ohio over Western Michigan. I don't know. I cannot get over that touchdown. That touchdown's funny. It's just the fact he handed off to nobody, and your 2 Bronco defenders were not fooled by it. and he still got the touchdown. It's like he thought Duncan Bruno was gonna run to the right. He thought he was gonna run to the right. I'm sorry. I just find that funny. I find it funny. I find that quite friggin' funny. We are 118 remaining. That was a 5-minute drive from Ohio. So that was just a bit of a methodical drive coming in for the Bobcats. But can the Broncos come up with one on their own? 113 total yards for Ohio versus Western Michigan's 8. 8 total yards so far. Not pretty. Not pretty. And you only had the ball for 3 minutes and 9 seconds versus Ohio's 10 minutes and 33 seconds. Kickoff is away. Very short kick to the 17. And he would get to the 31, so not terrible field position. That was definitely a short kick for sure. That was senior night? Yeah, I don't know why. All right. Minute 13, I forgot to stop. That is my bad. Rolling to his right is Lowry. Lowry gets his tight end. That's probably a 10-yard gain. That was caught. That was caught by Balin Brooks, the wide receiver, redshirt sophomore transfer. And now we're at 53 seconds remaining now. So 1st and 10. So this is the first down of the night for Western Michigan now at the 41-yard line. So exactly 10-yard gain. Lowry does try to do the speed option, but gets decent yardage. I think that's a 6-yard gain for Lowry on the little speed option. So I think they're gonna let the clock run down. See if they can try to do one more play before the quarter ends. 2nd and 5, so 5 yards. They're gonna do one more play. Oh, hold up. We got a flag. We got some laundry on the field, so we will do one more play. Are they gonna call? Where are they gonna call? Oh, second penalty. Encroachment on the offense, lining up in the neutral zone. That is something you do not see every day. You don't see it that much. You do not see encroachment on the offense that much. We literally have 1 second, and now the clock runs to 0. We're at the end of the first quarter. Ohio leads 7-3, but Western Michigan are in the midst of driving the ball down the field. All right, here, let me go ahead and fix this then. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. Just trying to fix some tweaks here and there. Okay, dokie. Yeah, so at the 41, encroachment. So encroachment penalty is what we are called here. See, like, I mean, I'll explain it again, but it's like when the AP poll came out. So Ole Miss, of course, crumbled the Citadel, and Oregon barely won against a top 20 team against Iowa, and Iowa's a really good team with a really strong defense. You know what they did? They improved. They rise Ole Miss one more spot, but dropped Oregon one spot. Like what sense does that make? That is something that I've been noticing for the past several years, and I'm getting freaking sick and tired of it. Like, I'm getting sick and tired of freaking like fans and voters and like fans, analysts, and voters sucking off the SEC. I'm getting so sick and tired of it. Like, here's my example. Why is Texas in the top 10? The only reason they're even up in the first place was because it was mainly because they got the upset win on the Oklahoma. That was That's it. I'm trying to look up like who did they beat? Oh, Iowa and USC playing. Oh, that's a good one. Like I'm just trying to figure something out here. Like they lost, like they were number one in the country at one point. Lost to Ohio State. And then they lost to Florida. And then they barely beat Kentucky. See, like I don't. And then they beat number 9 Vanderbilt, but Vanderbilt almost came back and won. But you got 2 top 10 wins apparently. It's just crazy. Texas got back up to the top 10 as they did. Cowboys and Raiders, oh brother. YouTube TV customers just in shambles. Just in shambles. Alrighty, 2nd and 10. Lowry at empty backfield. And here comes the end around. And here he goes. Brock almost got the crease, and he will be tackled at the 38-yard line. That was Christian Leary with the end around. Almost, if he had just enough more speed, he could have taken off to the end zone if he wanted to. Because it was a good gap to hit. It was a good gap to hit by Leary. That was a good gap to hit. So now 1st and 10 at Ohio's 38. 2 receivers at the top. Talik Williams in motion. And Lowry's going to keep it to himself, and he gets to the 35-yard line with a gain of 3. So 2nd down and 7. It is. So last temperature check at is it Kalamazoo? At Kalamazoo, that's a great city name. At Kalamazoo, 33 degrees. That is like that cold in the beginning of almost halfway in November, and there's already snow. Weather, everybody. And then just no gain there. Just tackled up on Matella, gets nothing out of that. That was just a bad running attack. That was that Piers Adugo with the tackle. So you're still 3rd and 7. You didn't really gain anything. So you got 3 wide receivers at the top. And here comes Williams in motion. Lowry dumps it off to the running back and gets a 1-yard loss on the play. What, man? Throwing a screen on 3rd and 6. Where's the fun in that? Where is the fun of that? Don't know. Jalen Buckley did not go anywhere. And then that was on Nas Luckman with the tackle for loss. So does Western Michigan go ahead and settle it with another field goal? They're going for it. Wow. So Western Michigan going for it. And they are. Lowry looking, throws to the left side field, catches it. That's a first down. That is a first down. Throws it across his body. Throws it across his body. And that's the true freshman, Avion Chenault. Managed to get himself just wide open. Well played. That is well played. Well played by Chenault. He only had 23 total yards in the first quarter, but the last 5 plays had more yards. So 34 yards in the making now. 25-yard line now with 3 receivers at the top. Lowry going to keep it to himself. Will go on the run. About a 3 to 4 yard gain, about probably 3.5. Excuse me. So, wow, 8 of the 12 teams in last year's ranking. Man. Sorry, just reading the bottom line. Again, 3 trips at the top. So, 3 wide receivers at the top. Here goes Williams. And I was going to keep it to himself again. Powering his way. He gets the first down and gets tackled at the 12. Lowry not afraid to run over any of the football players. And the offensive lineman gave them a good push. Balls to his own guy. Then he just refuses to go down. Mind you, the clock has been going very fast. The clock has never stopped. The clock has not stopped, ladies and gentlemen, in this game. Well, in the second quarter. Because Western Michigan has been getting either caught the pass or just make sure they're staying in bounds. Lowry runs up left hash, gets a 3-yard gain at the 9-yard line. That's crazy. That is crazy. Defense, 8th in defense, 82%, but 2nd on the offense for Western Michigan on the red zone. So can Western Michigan take the lead over Ohio? Can Navy take the lead? Because that is something that we will find out for sure. Let's see, Lowry. Keeps it to himself again. He's been running the ball a lot. Only gets a yard. He's been carrying the ball a lot right now. That was 3rd and 6. So now you got to aim for, I believe that is the 2-yard line now? Western Michigan has not gotten the 3rd down conversion tonight. Yeah, they need to get to the 2. So you either go for the 2 or go for a touchdown. Empty backfield look. Lowry throws as pressure closes in. Incomplete. pressure was coming in. He was about to get sandwiched. Yeah, number 12 just came in, just laying the boom on him. Just laying the boom. That was Jay Crable. So now Western Michigan is going to settle for a field goal, 26-yard field goal. So there should be a bit of a chip shot here. Oh, is it doinked off the upright? The kick is no good for Western Michigan. It doinked. They wasted all that clock and got no points out of that. That's not good. Should be 7-6. Doinked a 26-yard field goal. That's gonna bite. That will bite. Oh, I am so sorry. Oh, I am so sorry. Dominic Palmer Tomchek. I am sorry, man. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Western Michigan had all that time in the world. That's the one thing that's weird. It's like you're doing such a good job just wasting clock, and then you ended up with no points. You're doing such a good job wasting all that clock just to get jack. How does that make you feel? Not good. That Kevin Hardison elf? Funny because he's short, isn't he? How does that work? Oh, you can get an iPhone. Oh, you can get an iPhone. You can get a iPad and a Apple Series 1 watch for $0. How in the heck does that work? How do these trade-ins work anyways? Like, that's something that I just don't really quite... That's something I don't really, like, get a grasp on. So... Like, how does it happen? It freaking beats me. It beats me. How many times did he was running at? Rod Lowry had 8 carries for 28 yards. 8 carries for 28 yards. 3.5 yards per average. Sounds about right. I felt like he was getting it really felt like he was getting 2 to. Hey, look, the kid sliding down the icy hill, the snowy grass hill. 31 degrees. It feels like 18. Look at those snowmen. They're just having the time of their lives. Alrighty. Roll to his right. Navarro getting pressured. Caught and goes out of bounds for about a 7-yard gain. That was caught by Bangura. Navarro keeps it to himself, and he's going to get about a yard gain. Looks like Ohio has also not gotten a 2-point, has not gotten the third down conversion as well. And incomplete. Right out of the receivers, right out of the hands of the receiver. 7:22 remaining. That was out of Caleb Gossett's hand. That was just way out there. Fair catch at the 34-yard line by Bosma. So Western Michigan gets it back after a 3-and-out by the Bobcats. Oh, dandruff, Troy Polamalu. Troy Polamalu was great. He was great in the NFL. Oh, the JT Reynolds commercials. Hey, 7 years now. But this feels like MACtion night, isn't it? Oh, the rookie injured his right. Okay, so Travis Hunter injured his LCL, and he expected to return within 6 months. So, and he had to get surgery. Oh, Asante Samuel had spinal fusion surgery. Ooh, oof, that hurt. Like I said, so the Jets are favored by 12.5. Not the Jets. The Patriots are favored by 12.5 on the Jets. Sounds about right for the annual Patriots embarrassing the Jets. And it's at New England too. And they're wearing their rivalry uniforms too. (1966, 1988, and 2016). That's why they were in the Cotton Bowl. Who were they playing? Who were they playing in the Cotton Bowl at one point? I have no clue. But regardless, they're playing for a spot in the MAC. They just gotta the winner has to keep winning. That's the only way you're gonna get in, especially over Buffalo and Miami of Ohio. Play action, Lowry. Lowry stepping up, and he's gonna run it again as he's seeing open field, and he's gonna get tackled for a 9-yard gain. So we're under 7 minutes remaining, and we are under 7 minutes away from halftime. And then, of course, we'll pull on the other MAC game, and then we will pull on the other MAC game and we will do things. Click speed option, and that's exactly what he does. Pitches it back to Buckley and gets a first down with the speed option. And the clock will keep on rolling. Two defenders, one was closing in on him, said he had no choice but to pitch it. And tomorrow we have Toledo versus Miami of Ohio, and then Northern Illinois facing up against the winless UMass team. And then Thursday we're going to do two games at once, which is Troy Old Dominion, and we're also doing Jets and the Patriots. So we're going to do two games at once, starting around 7:30, I believe, Eastern. Janelle in motion. Lowry rolling to his right, evading the tackle, and he's going to go right side and finds a man for the first down. And that is caught by Conley. That was caught by Conley. Cade Conley, the redshirt senior transfer. Just a little scramble drill and connects to an open tight end. Now teams have six first downs. We're almost close to this, if you know what I mean. Which, by the way, a lot of kids have been saying that. Here's a handoff, and he's tripped his own feet. Lost two on the ground. Not looking good there. Christian Leary had a great one for 21 yards, and this one he just tripped on his own feet, losing 2 yards. Not ideal. The ground just tripped up on him. Both teams are establishing some run game tonight. Who's able to establish it more? And they're going to run it with Buckley. Buckley gets a 5-yard gain, so you're looking at 3rd and 7 now. Pretty much under 4.5 minutes now until we go to halftime. My bad. Hold on. Not Buckley. I think that was Miles. I think that was Miles Davis or Devin Miles with the carry. Not Buckley. I don't know. But you got two wide receivers on each side. Conley goes in motion. Lowry throws a quick one to Chenault. Throws it quickly to Chenault. Short of gain. 4th down for the Broncos. So now you're 4th and 1. You're 1 yard away. I think you go for it. I feel like if you are 4th and 1 at the positive side of the field, go for it. You do that every time. Because that's an opportunity to extend the drive. Empty backfield. You're in an empty backfield. What? You're going to keep in and run it, right? Exactly that. And does not get it. He ran into his own guy. He really ran into his own guy. He did not get that. That's a turnover on downs. He ran it. Like, why would you run in contested traffic? He ran in contested traffic. Why? You just run to the right. Why? He ran straight through. Why would you do that? That was Nehemiah Dukes with the stop. And turnover on downs of Western Michigan. Why would you do? Why? He just. Like, he ran into his own guy. He ran into his own guy. It's like Trent Richardson running. You're only running through people, but you're not running where there's supposed to be an opening. If he just run to the right, he probably would have gotten it. Even if he just tried to extend his way out, he still would have had it. What is that? What was that? Seriously, what was that? That's idiotic. So they missed a chip shot. They missed they doinked a 26-yard field goal, and then he ran into three people and gets instantly swallowed up. What? Honestly, I'm a loss of words. I don't know why you just. Oh, I need one. Oh, okay. So I need one more yard. Okay. What would you do? Would you rather run into three people, or would you rather just run a little bit to the right where there's a bit of an opening? Nah, I'm going to run into three people, hoping something happens. That's a literal representation of banging your head against the wall and nothing happens. And that's literally what that was. That was literally what that is. That is literally what that is. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh, we got women's soccer. Semifinals, Orlando Pride and Gotham F Football Club. Oh my goodness, you have the shirtless section just waving their shirts in freezing weather. I hope you guys don't. I hope they do not catch a cold. Can you imagine being a shirtless fan in like a game like the Ice Bowl when it's like a negative degrees? Anyways, Parker Navarro, pistol formation with Bangura in the backfield. Hand it off to Bangura. No, he's going to keep it. And that's going to hand it off to Mason Williams. And Williams gets the first down at the 45-yard line. Just hit under the 3-minute mark until halftime. Fewest points allowed this season. Toledo with 11.6. Western Michigan with second. And Ohio in fifth. In MAC games. Toledo and Western Michigan doing a job. Hendricks in motion. They're going to take their time. They're going to take their time on this. Play action, Navarro. He's going to go deep left side. Does he have a man? Hits the hands of Hendricks, but will fall incomplete. So we're probably going to go with another play, probably one more play. Tried to get him deep, but it was just too far. It was too far for Hendricks. It was just over the top for him. He's like, oh, okay, he's like, okay, that was kind of my bad. Kind of my bad on that one. It was kind of my bad on that one. 5 for 10, 46 yards and an interception. Not an ideal night for Navarro. Hands it off to Bangura. Bangura goes left and gets 9 yards. And that will take us to the 2-minute warning. We have a 2-minute warning. So Western Michigan does get the ball in the second half. So if you are Ohio, you have got to points have got to be made. You got to get some points made. Points need to be made. So here, let's go ahead and check the box score. So yeah, Brock Lowry, the passing game not there. Cold night. The only sensible offense is there is the run game. 71 total rushing yards for Western Michigan, and as of currently for Ohio, it's 94. Bangura with 53 and Navarro with 32. The passing game is not going to. So coming into the game, we're probably not going to see much happening in a passing game. You're probably going to see a lot more on the offense on the run game. No sacks for Ohio, but I think there is one from Michigan and out from Western Michigan, and that was on the that was on the second drive on third down that happened. Number 7 BYU takes on Delaware. Good luck to Delaware. We pray for you. Louisville beating on Kentucky 66-52. Taking care of business so far. But they got to keep the business. As you learn in the NFL, mainly from the NFL, no lead is safe. I can't believe the Jaguars took 19 points in like 10 minutes. How do you do? You took 19 points in 10 minutes. That's the biggest choke so far in the season, too. Most was 18 by the Giants, I believe. Giants was up 20. What was it? 26-18 when it was like it was 19. Wasn't Giants up 19-0 too? I think the Giants were up 19-0 as well. I think somebody was up 19-0 besides the Jaguars. Must be tripping bullets here. What's up, Tugboat? Good to see you again. It's been a while. It's good to see you again, Mr. Tugboat. Your Seahawks are doing really dang good, man. JSN, Sam Darnold, just slinging, catching balls left and right. Really good to see you guys again. It's been a long time coming. We're coming back MACtion style. Coming back MACtion style, baby. So, as of right now, it's been just end the season. Hey, it's the just end the season. Hey, that's the Jets acronym. That's the Jets acronym. Seahawks doing well, but not so much for the Raiders. You spelled the acronym wrong. But at least the Jets had a 2-game win streak, but the win streak's gonna end on Thursday as we take on the Patriots, which I am going to stream alongside with Troy versus Old Dominion. That is going to suck. And it looks like we got some movement on the offense. They're dancing. False start on Ohio. 5-yard penalty. 3rd and 6 now. That's a big penalty because he went from 3rd and short to now 3rd and medium. And he friggin' flinched. Lost his stance. Sunday's your 21st birthday. Whoop, whoop. Navarro rolling to his right, throws on the run. Incomplete. 4th and 6. He was trying to go for a receiver, but does not get to him. So, Western Michigan, this will be the good time. Also, talk about happy early birthday, by the way. Whoop, whoop. That pressure. So, Western Michigan Western Michigan does get the ball back. Dude, it's 31 degrees. There's still people being shirtless. Punt is away to Western Michigan. And that is going to be bounced at the 12-yard line of Western Michigan. So Western Michigan, 3 timeouts. And you also... I will never drink, though. The thing, so here's the thing. I do drink. So here's the thing, I do drink, but I'm afraid of getting drunk. I do not want to see myself when I'm, getting drunk. Because it's even if you could do some silly, stupid things drunk, like you're still responsible for saying like, oh, okay, I'll have one. Okay, I'll have another one. Well, you're already feeling tipsy. I'm not doing that to myself. All right, 1st and 10 for Western Michigan. Lowry throws a quick one. And that's gonna let the clock keep rolling at the 16 now. That was caught by Blake Bosma. Only got 4 yards out of that. Lowry goes to the middle, drops a simple short pass off of Matele. He was open as a check down. Does not catch. I'm surprised he did not catch that. A little bit off target, but that was catchable. And no team has still converted a 3rd down. No team has ever converted a 3rd down tonight. Ohio could get the ball back if they don't get the 1st down here. Western Michigan needs the 1st down. Lowry, he's trying to roll and run, but he's going to throw that out of bounds, incomplete. 4th and 6, and you throw it out of bounds. So you just gave Ohio a little bit of new life trying to score before halftime because Western Michigan gets the ball back in the 2nd half. So, not ideal for Western Michigan. Not ideal. Low snap, too, with the punt. And that's going to bounce. Oh, it bounced backwards at the 49-yard line. Let's see here. While turning 21 is interesting, I can't help but feel nostalgia and sentimental to an early life moment. I do agree. It's like, I have not gotten to that point of The Office, but I remember the quote by Andy. It's like, do you ever feel like you are in that moment, like you're in that nostalgic moment with the people around you, but you have no idea about it? I don't know the exact wording, but it goes along with that line. It's like you don't know if you're in the moment without knowing you're in the moment, like the nostalgia. It's essential. Yeah. Navarro tries to escape, and he hits him as he was going on the go route and drops it. Oh, the drops are painful. Hits him right here. Hits him in the chest. He was holding on to him and hits him right here. He just could not hold on. Come on, man. That was Ronnie Harris II with the drop. Come on, man. Navarro looking left, and he's going to try to run it. But his knee went down, so the clock's going to keep rolling. You got to get going. Even though he gave up 56 to Boise. Rip. 42 seconds on the clock, by the way. Does Ohio call a timeout? Who called the timeout here? They said 36 timeout. Yep. So timeout called by Ohio. And Boise's a good team, too. At least we'll never play Boise again. Who do you have next? Who does UNLV have next? Yeah, unless like in the Pac-12, like Mountain West, like at least have like a contract, because UNLV and Boise State was interesting. It was interesting. Come on. Why is it frozen again? Utah State. They're like in the middle, aren't they? Isn't like Utah State around the middle? Defense is terrible. So are the Jets. You know whose defense is also terrible? The Jets. Navarro going deep in the middle, incomplete. He was trying to go over the end zone. He took the shot, does not get it. 40 plus points. Dan Mullen can't. Sounds like Dan Mullen can't coach a defense. And then punting away. In the course, the TV's frozen once again. So, feel like just take a couple snaps because you're way deep in your own end zone. Maybe trying to do one play. You think you maybe try to do one more play? 48. The Air Force is like terrible, aren't they? Isn't like Air Force not good this year? I think Air Force wasn't good last year. From the 8. And Buckley, right hash. Still pushing. 20 seconds. Looks like the clock will go down. And then 9, 8, 7, 5. Wait. Are we getting rated by Jagger at 9? We're getting rated by Jagger at 9? Oh my goodness. Jagger Gator friggin' 9. It's MACtion, baby. It's freaking MACtion. It's freaking MACtion. Let's get the W in the chat for MACtion night. It's MACtion night. As we're in halftime right now, let's go ahead and take a look at Kent State and Akron. Akron winning 17-14. How are we doing tonight? How are we feeling about the college football rankings coming in tonight? How are we doing? Air Force has the powerful. Oh, that's right. Air Force does have the flex bone. I know at one point, like Air Force was toe to toe. They were toe to toe with Navy. They were toe to toe with Navy. Frank be with you. Frank be with you as well, my friend. Frank be with you, my friend. What's up, RFK? How are we doing? How are we feeling about MACtion night? Two MAC games tonight. Both are close. Of course, you guys have been watching the same game as I have with Ohio and Western Michigan because, of course, those games have a lot of major implications. Kent State and Akron, it's still MAC. It's MACtion night. So, what are your guys' thoughts on the college football playoffs? Like, what's our thoughts coming in? I find it funny that I feel like Ole Miss felt like they should not move anywhere because they beat FCS, but Oregon only moved up one spot. JMU, and yes, Jesus is indeed king. Very bad. Louisville lost their best player. Looks like a torn ACL or cramp. Ouch. And also your team took a loss in overtime to Cal. That is definitely not the team I would expect to lose. That's the team I would not expect to lose anyways. Like, the Louisville's always been consistent. Because who wants to win the 8? Because that's another thing, too, the ACC. Who's winning that? It's like nobody wants to win in the ACC. Nobody wants to win in the ACC. Because it's Georgia Tech and UAV, then Pitt and SMU and Duke. And the rest have 2 losses. We had 2 10-7 games. Oh, dude, man. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, RFK. Like, if you want Louisville to win the ACC, you need Georgia Tech to lose, UVA to lose, Pitt to lose, SMU to lose, and Duke. You got to have 5 teams losing. Matter of fact, do you play any of those 5 teams? Well, you did play Virginia. That bites. So that bites. You have Clemson coming up and SMU. So you need to beat SMU then. You have to beat SMU. Yeah, you guys lost to UVA, so you have to make sure they lose throughout. So I know UVA plays Virginia Tech last. Like, they played to them last. I'm looking at Virginia's schedule. Yeah, you need more. You got to have more if you want to get in. But let's see. Yeah, so and Virginia plays Duke. They play Duke, goes on the bye week, then Virginia Tech. If we rematch UVA, I'm not that scared. Most scared is Clemson and Miami if we play them in the ACC title game. Let me check. I know for a fact I don't think Clemson's making it. I don't think Clemson's making it, man. What is there? Clemson ain't making. They're not making crap. 3-4 conference play. No way. Like, the teams that here's the teams that have shots. So Georgia Tech, UVA, Pitt, SMU, Duke, Louisville, and Miami have shots of winning it. Oh, yeah, if we do play Friday night for Clemson. We are streaming Friday night, but we're doing Minnesota and Oregon. I will keep an eye on that game for you on that day, so I'll keep an eye on that. Say Louisville. Yeah, SMU's a dark horse. No pun intended. SMU's a dark horse. And Clemson, since they're like 4-5 record and they have a 3-4 record, it's more like they can play a competition with anybody. It's like they can crumble against teams like Georgia Tech and Syracuse, but they can dominate against North Carolina. Pitt is a dark horse too. They're playing Notre Dame coming up. But I know they have Miami last, and they have Notre Dame, Georgia Tech, and Miami. They have a gauntlet for the rest of the season. They have to ride out that gauntlet. That's a gauntlet. If you talk about a gauntlet to end the season, that's a gauntlet. Georgia Tech and Miami and Notre Dame. But it's like, here's the thing. Like, if you lose to Notre Dame, it sucks. But it's really not a big deal conference-wise because it's a game that doesn't affect your conference. What is my favorite score bug? I love the NBC one when they use it for Super Bowl 52. That's one of my favorite score bugs. I also love the from 2013 to 2015 season, the CBS logo. 2019 to 22 for Fox, the one they used in Super Bowl 54. That is also one of my favorites. Cincinnati jumping into the top 25 now. Oregon, man, like if Indiana wins, cooked. Because Ohio State is going to be in it no matter what. Ohio State is going to get in. Oh, so we know Ohio State. We got to beat USC. Yeah, that one's a classic too. The one they used in Super Bowl 49. That one's a good one too. Oregon plays USC after Minnesota. That's going to be a crucial matchup in the Big Ten. West Coast representation. So I guess like conference play, we're over Michigan, but like we have Minnesota, USC, and Washington. Washington is going to be a toughie too. But yeah, that game against USC is going to be important. The Louisville injury, it was just a cramp. Gotta hydrate. You having cramps? Gotta hydrate. I don't know, man. Hope it's not as garbage as what it was in Super Bowl 59. Oh my gosh, that one was hot garbage. That was hot garbage. UConn is 7-3. They're 7-3. Yeah, they lost to Syracuse, they lost to Delaware, and they lost to Rice. But they beat Boston College and they beat Duke. That's kind of cool. That is kind of cool. Yeah, so because here's the thing. So the way Oregon needs to get in of the Big Ten championship, right? The Oregon has to win out to not only like stay alive for the Big Ten championship, but they might. But that's also for them to win. Ohio State might two-peat. They might two-peat. I agree with you. Like their defense is just crushing every opposition in their way. Their defense is so dang good. It's really good. It's so sneaky good. It's sneaky good. But that's another question. It's like, who can stop? Who can stop them? Meanwhile, Barry Odom is 2-8 with Purdue. Well, there you go. Dante Moore, he had a crazy throw against Iowa, and Iowa was putting up a physical defense. Iowa's a nice team. They're always physical no matter what. It's just things that they had. It's just really stink that they had to lose to whatchamacallit. Oh my goodness. So Minnesota's 6-3. So like if they could get a good win over Oregon, Minnesota could be ranked as well. Purdue should fire Odom. Purdue should fire Odom so we could get him back as DC. I mean, that's one way to do it. That's one way to get your old head coach back. You know who's really good right now? Kennesaw State, 7-2, 5-0 in conference play. Jacksonville State, 5-0 in conference play in Conference USA. It is a freaking miracle just to see what we got going on here. Oh, baby. San Diego State and Boise State still leading. And there's UNLV. Who else did you lose to? You lose to Boise State. Who else did you lose to? You lost to New Mexico. Oh, brother. You lost to New Mexico. Robert Saleh type move. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Robert Saleh, great defensive coordinator, not a good head coach. SMH. SMH my head, man. SMH my head. But New Mexico's good, too. I mean, they're over you guys because of that tiebreaker. They're a good team, too. 6-3 overall record for New Mexico. Legit. That's legit. That is legit. James Madison. Just give James Madison a ring. I feel like this the group of 5 is going to be either James Madison or South Florida if they keep winning. But USF has to, but the thing is, USF cannot bother to lose. Barry Odom, defensive coordinator. Dan Mullen, offensive play caller. Mountain West Conference champions. So USF, right? So they have to win out. So they had 2 losses. One loss was to Miami. And then they lost to who else did he lose to? Memphis. They lost to Memphis. They still got to play Navy coming up this weekend. Navy's not a put. Navy's a team that you do not mess with. Navy not an easy opponent. And then again, thank you, Jagger9, for the raid. I really appreciate you, man. I'll go ahead and thank him once the stream ends. I'll go ahead and thank him once the game ends. See, I'm look. Let's see. It's the first time I joined your channel. That's right. You did join me on the raid. You're absolutely right. Giving me some loving, man. Tell him I said thank you. Like, Jagger9 is really nice. He's a really cool person. Like, you talk about zany and wacky, and it's such a fantastic way. He does it best. History repeats itself. He does it best. Like Jerry Goodine, amazing guy, very knowledgeable with the sport. That helps me build off my knowledge of being personal. I saw that. I did see the Toy Story 5 trailer coming out. But here's the thing. It's like, here's what's kind of baffling me. It's like, I know, like, I still haven't watched Toy Story 4, but I heard about like the ending that Woody never like came back with the gang. But in that trailer, he's like huddling in fear with Buzz. Once they show like it was the iPad Lily. I mean, don't get me wrong, like Toy Story 5, like it's a cool concept. It's like instead of like toys now, because with new piece of technology, it's like rising up. Like technology becomes advanced. Like a lot of kids nowadays rely on iPads and not like physical toys that people had back when they were young before technology was just so expanded, you know? That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. I was saying, like, didn't he like decide to not go with them and stay at the carnival with Bo Peep? Like, my question was like, what made him return back? Like, what made him return back? Was it like a call for trouble or what? I guess at the end, we'll have to find out when it comes out next year in 2026. But anyways, we are back at halftime. So anyways, we're back at halftime with Ohio leading Michigan 7-3. Not really a lot going around. So not really a lot going around. Not a lot of passing action. It was more physical run game. It feels like Palpatine returning in the movie Night of Star Wars at the Rise of Skywalker. They just shoehorned in so they could just have. They pretty much just shoehorned in Palpatine. So it's like the Rise of Skywalker can just have a bad guy. Like, what the heck? Like, what the hell is this? And they had to like try to find a freaking like rendered down way of Kylo Ren trying to go to the good side, not like how Vader did it in Return of the Jedi. I don't know. I just don't know what to feel of, like, especially with the sequels. I mean, The Force Awakens was good, but the other two was, meh. That's all I can say. It felt more the second half of the turn. That's going to be more of a squib kick there, and he's going to return this to about the 32-yard line. Have it return to the 32-yard line. So Western Michigan will try to get a running game. 37 yards for Brock Lowry on 38 rushing yards. So his passing and rushing are nearly identical. That's a funny thing. And Chenault with 15 yards. So again, not a lot of passing. You got to rely more on the run. Got to rely more on the run. So at the 32-yard line in shotgun formation, receiver going in motion. And here comes Devin Miles. Gets a gain of 9 on the play at the 41-yard line. So second and short going to play. What was another? Okay. Got a question. What is the movie that everybody seemed to like good amount of people seem to like, but you hate it? What was that movie for you guys? Lay down in the comments below. I'll share mine if you share yours. Empty backfield is Lowry. Receiver in motion. And Lowry's going to keep himself. He gets the first down. getting twist and turny here. Will go down at midfield at the 50. It's a 9-yard run for Lowry. And the clock will keep on ticking because Western Michigan was running off clock at the second quarter, but never got a point because they doinked a 26-yard field goal. They doinked a 26-yard field goal. Anyways, 1st and 10. Western Michigan needs to get their first lead since 3-0. Hands it off to Atele. We'll get about a yard gain. Utah Tiger Grade, I say thank you. Hey, thank you, Tuck. But really appreciate your. I will also give him a thank you from myself. I'll give him a thank you on my own. Once the stream is over, so I can thank it properly, because I assume he's probably gonna do overtime. He's probably gonna do overtime, and besides him being out on the West Coast and all, Lowry throwing on the run. That's a catch to his receiver to the 33-yard line. Good catch and run, caught by Balin Brooks on the right side. Now they're going deeper into. Trying to travel into Ohio territory now. And the defensive back slipped too as he was trying to go for him. He was trying to cut back, but he slipped as he was trying to go down onto Brooks. But here we go. So at the 33, hands it off to Buckley. Buckley gets the first down. Will get tackled at the 20. That is a 13-yard gain for Western Michigan. Plowing through the ball, prowling through the defenders and the ball. Number 5 was just pretty much just dragging along the ground with his grabbing onto his legs. The Pirates were trying. People tried to trade for Paul Skenes at the Pittsburgh Pirates. That's a thing. 1st and 10 at the 20. Lowry hands it off to Buckley. Buckley, left side, gets pushed by the lineman, gets 2 extra yards. Originally 5-yard gain, but got pushed for an extra 2. 2nd and 3 for the Broncos of Western Michigan. Clock's never stopped. The clock has still not stopped. It's the second time we have seen this tonight. They did it before, trying to end it with a field goal, but missed a 26-yarder. Those points will probably be crucial once we get near the end of the game if they try to get a game-winning score off here. Lowry hands it off to Buckley. Buckley breaking tackles, will get tackled at the 1. 1st and goal for Western Michigan. They're knocking on the doorstep right now onto Ohio. Hey, Ohio, we're coming to your house right now. You better let us in and take the lead. The running attack, tell you, it's that running attack. Mixture of Lowry with the quarterback runs, and then Jalen Buckley running the ball. 9.4 yards per play on this drive. The first half was 4, but this time it's been about 9. Lowry keeps to himself. Dives in. That is touchdown. Western Michigan. Taking the lead for the first time since the leading 3-0 in the first quarter after the interception. But they will get the touchdown in the lead. On a cold, cold, freezing night in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Western Michigan, if they would have made that extra point, man, they would have been up probably 13-7. But no, 10-7. 10-7 should be the case. Kick is up and it's good. Western Michigan now leads 10-7 with a spot on the MAC Conference Championship on the line. How will Ohio answer? So, all right, You guys want to know what movie that I do not like, but other people seem to like it? Chicken Little. I do not like Chicken Little. People were pricks to him. Like, they were just straight up mean. It's a Disney movie. It's like, I mean, of course, there's some dark elements, like Hunchback of Notre Dame has some really good dark elements. The Black Cauldron, I believe. I have not seen it, but I heard it has some dark elements. Pocahontas has some dark elements. But Chicken Little, like, it doesn't really have that much of dark elements, but the dark elements been there constantly, and that's because the town people, because the background people were being mean. They were being poo-poo heads to Chicken Little for mainly the whole time. Like, they don't believe him in anything, and his dad was never supportive of him until when they reached the climax where the sky was literally falling from the sky. Like, you never get a scene where, like, the town people do not apologize to him. Like, you never get that. Like, if you have people being total asshats for the majority of the movie, but you never apologize to him for what your actions have, then I can't have you redeemed. And that's another thing, because like it was made in it was in 2005. It was like, so because it wasn't made by Pixar. That's another misconception people had. People thought that Chicken Little was a Pixar movie. It's not a Pixar movie. Like, I think it's the first animated movie like that. Because the first CG animation that was not by Pixar was Dinosaur in 2000. But that's different because that is computer because, of course, like, yes, because Dinosaur and Chicken Little were they were CG, but the style of CG that Chicken Little was used was the first one they did that was not by Disney. But yeah, like, I can see first AI generated movie of Disney coming 2023. Look out. I mean, might as well have that happen once you have a shot. I keep seeing people making like AI like trailers of like such risque topics. It's, I don't know, AI scary. AI scares me. But like I said, like I know, like, heck, like freaking Toy Story 2 looked better in animation than Chicken Little did. It looked better. Taking off from the beginning, having the end zone. Don't know why you never liked that. Don't know why you took that out. I mean, now you're at the 5th team. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, AI, like, the only thing I like using AI, like when people do like the president's AI, like them playing video games, like that I'm all for it. I'm all for AI for fun. Like, I'm all AI for fun. I'm not using that just to like do my work in anything. Sora 2. Like, Mark Cuban agreed to put his likeness in Sora 2. It's a run up to the middle. I forgot to start the time. My bad. This is a 3-yard gain to Bangura. But Chicken Little, that was just not my movie. If you have a movie that you're going to be a straight up asshat to the main character, and Navarro kept the ball to himself, breaking tackles past the 30, 35, 40, will go out of bounds at the 42-yard line. That was a big gain. Big gain from Navarro. I thought Navarro was going to get sacked. I made a video of Mark Cuban running for president. I mean, he's the owner. Like he knows he knows financial, so there is a possibility he could be running for president. Maybe realistically, I don't know. I'm not much into politics, but all I know is I think he's the owner of the Mavericks, I believe. And Navarro gets nothing as he was trying to go on the run. So now you're looking at 2nd down and 10 for the Bobcats. Hey, Tugbo, what is the movie that people liked but you hate? Former owner of the Mavericks. Okay, former owner. I know the Mavericks just fired Nico Harrison this today, like sometime this early in the day. Bangura besides Navarro, 2 wide receivers on each side. Hands it off to Bangura. Bangura going up the middle, and he's gaining yardage, getting pushed by his offensive lineman. That's about a 9-yard gain at midfield. Getting close to midfield. And no team has gotten a single 3rd down conversion tonight. Oh, it looks, of course, it froze, but it really looked like Bangura got the 1st down right here. It did look like it. I'm trying to think of like other movies that people like, but I wasn't a fond of. Other than Chicken Little, of course. In terms of early 2000 movies, Bolt. That's right. And I haven't watched that movie in a bit. I haven't watched Bolt in a bit. That's a movie. Excuse me. Kent State 28-17 now. Oh yeah, because it's like I need to watch the Truman Show. And we got a penalty. It looks like delay of game, right? Delay of game. Yeah, because it was like they were trying to do like an action movie, but then the dog and the girl got separated. And the Truman Show is like, I need to watch the Truman Show in order to understand. But you know what's... And Navarro fakes a handoff, and he's trying to go outside and only gets 3. And clock will stop at 6:20. And the clock will now the clock will continue. The Emperor's New Groove is peak. That and Wreck-It Ralph. 2 of my favorite Disney movies. Peak. They're great movies. They're great Disney movies. Bangura with the carry. And then he only got back to the line of scrimmage. Now it's 3rd and 10. Miley Cyrus was involved? Well, really? Oh, she plays the main girl. Ah, okay. Oh my gosh, John Travolta was Bolt. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. John Travolta was Bolt. Navarro with the snap, and Tried to break the tackle, but gets tripped up at the 41. And now you're looking at fourth down now now you're looking at fourth down. Do you go for it or do you punt it away to Western Michigan? What do you do? And it's 4:33 because it's skipped all the place, but they are going for it on Western Michigan's 41-yard line. Here's a snap. Navarro, to stiff arm, does get the first down, and he will go out of bounds at Western Michigan's 31-yard line. That did came out in 2008. That's another thing about the 2008 Great Recession was something that no matter how many times I tried to understand like what actually happened, I cannot try to understand. All I know is this. Because people never had the money to keep buying monthly payments or yearly payments on houses, keep taking money from the banks. They keep taking money from banks. And then the banks just never had the money. That's mainly all I can say. There are probably other stuff that contributed as well, but that's all I know. Well, I mean, that's mainly all I know. But back to the Disney topic, like the Emperor's New Groove had David Spade, Navarro with the spin move as he's the carry, and he gets to the 20. But Emperor's New Groove had David Spade, John Goodman, Arthur Kidd, and Patrick Warburton. Dude, the casting on that movie was fantastic. Oh yeah, the COVID recession too. Yeah, I mean COVID did play a big role in financing too. Like that's why some of the businesses were shut down. That's why some startup leagues like the XFL got folded. Navarro going deep. Oh, that was almost intercepted. Third time Navarro got intercepted again tonight. But yeah, like the XFL was doing so good after week 5, and then they shut it down. Oh, the AAF, they just cannot pay. They never had the money. Ownership never had the money. But we remember guys like Younghoe Koo, Christian Hackenberg, Johnny Manziel, that quarterback from the Arizona Hotshots, forgot his name. Bangura, left sideline, gets out around the 11-yard line. He's going to be a yard short of a first down. He's going to be a yard short of a first down. 2 minutes until the third quarter ends. And he got hit as he was going out of. He got hit when he was going out of bounds too. Yeah, he was. He was in college football. He was in the NFL. He went to the CFL with the Hamilton Tiger Cats. He played for the Memphis Express in the AAF. He was in Fan Control League, I believe. And that's pretty much all the leagues that I know that he has done. But that's crazy. Like when you're watching the Untold documentary on Netflix on Johnny Manziel, he never watched any film. Like his iPad said 0 hours of game film. Oh, remember, and Jamarcus Russell never watched any film. Like he had to be bribed with cheeseburgers to watch film. He had to be bribed with cheeseburgers. Ryan Lee was a bust. He was a big bust. Bangura tried to go in the middle on 1st and goal, but only gets about 3. He will be tackled at the 6. let's name the Jets bust, shall we? Talk about the teams that got drafted by the Jets. I know the most notable bust for the Jets was Vernon Golston. Zach Wilson was definitely a Zach Wilson was 100% bust. He was in a prison? Huh. What did he do to get himself in prison in Montana? Second to goal for Ohio. I'm gonna say Montana. And Navarro, I thought the running back moved before the ball was snapped, but I don't know. But anyways, we are now in the third quarter. Oops. We are now in the third quarter as Ohio's trying to find the lead or attempt to tie the lead. Oh, okay. Last summer. Huh. Oh, the hot seat. The hot. You were kidding about the hot seat stuff, right? Oh my goodness, I love Fansville. I love Fansville. Oh, and Dana and I, we were well, she watched it, but I haven't. But we were watching the monster story of Ed Gein. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. Like it was good, but hot darn, that was terrifying. That show is something that I probably would not watch twice. Good, but something I would not watch twice because of what he did. Like that just by saying that, it just shivers the thought. It shivers the thought. It just shivers the thought. Here. I am going. Hold on. You know what? Since he has done it, I gotta change it to 15 minutes. Arizona Rams and the LA Cardinals. We're at this again, brother. From Copperfit. I know there's like I know there was like durable socks. All right. Anyways. Okay. You saying the New York Texans? Oh my gosh, that is such an offensive way to rename a team. The New York Texans. Okay, from the state of New York, how did you get the name the Texans? The only way you can get away with it is if you're in Texas. Enough said. That's so illegal, man. Can't. I freaking can't. We got 15 minutes to determine who will take the lead for the time being before the Red Hawks play tomorrow. against Toledo. All right, here we go. Third down from the 3. Navarro and shotgun formation, 2 receivers on each side. Tiny motion, Bangura with the carry, and he's in. Touchdown, Ohio. They will take the lead again, 13-10. 13-10. Now we got ourselves an interesting ball. Now we got ourselves a little bit of an interesting ball game here. The LA Blue Jays and Toronto Dodgers. I heard that World Series was considered one of the best of all time. Extra innings at the 7th, how close it was. I heard it was fantastic. He missed the extra point. Oh no! Ohio has missed the extra point. Oh no! That's not good. Now the Western Michigan just needs to tie the game with the field goal. Oh no! How do you miss an extra point that close? Can't believe that. Ohio has missed the extra point. You gotta hope that point does not come and bite you in the butt. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That's all I can say. Oh no. All right. I'm going to go ahead and pop in to Jagger in a 9. Give him the thanks. Let's see here. Let's do a $5 donation, shall we? All righty. San Fran 76 cents and Philadelphia 49ers. See, that doesn't make sense because the reason why they got their names was because of history. Have mercy. Have mercy, man. Have mercy. But what should I give it to? Oh. Notre Dame, Pitt, South Carolina, A&M. It's doing a lot to Michigan and Northwestern. You know what? I'll do 10. Can't believe he missed the extra point. Alrighty. San Fran 94s. So what happened? So how did they got the nickname the 94s? And a fair catch made inside the 5. So Western Michigan will start their drive at the 25. Let's see. Alrighty. Alrighty. And again, Philadelphia. Dak Nabbit, Philadelphia 6. Look 7. That's such a stupid. That's such a stupid joke. Such a stupid joke. All right. I just gave him the donation. All right. I give him. Thank you. Again, thank you guys so much. If you're still here for the raid from Gyrogator 9, I really freaking appreciate you. You guys are freaking awesome. You guys are freaking awesome, man. Let's freaking go, man. Let's freaking go. Really appreciate you guys so much for the love. So much for the love. Alrighty. You guys are freaking awesome. That's just amazing. Like the amount of love for the sporting community is fantastic. And I just dropped the iPad by accident. Oopsies. No gain there for Western Michigan as Duke's making the tackle. Now it's up to Ohio's defense to take care of business. But yeah, thank you again, Jacker here tonight. I'm awesome. Throws a little bit of a screen pass, breaks off a tackle. He's still going, still bumping out tackles like he's a pinball. 50, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15. Shakes another tackle, gets down at the 3. Holy crap. Talik Talik Williams. I thought he was tackled. 1, 2, 3. 3 guys. They had 3 guys on Williams refusing to go down. Go straight into the end zone. Jalen Buckley. It's a touchdown for Western Michigan. Oh my good Lord. That was quick. Wow. All set up by the big catch and run by Talik Williams. And Jalen Buckley will end it off. Western Michigan with the extra point. The extra point is up and good. So that's why Ohio needs that extra point. They would be down by 3, but since they missed it, now they're down by 4. They're down by 4. That was very poor tackling by Ohio. So already 2 major miscues already for Ohio. 2 big miscues. So you miss the extra point, and you literally have like, like you literally had 3 Bobcat players surrounding Williams, and you don't take him down. How is that possible? How in the heck was that even possible? Oh, have mercy, man. Get into the zone, auto zone. Seven broken tackles. That's crazy. He just broke all those tackles. So Ohio has to score a touchdown now. They got to score now. They got to score, and that's going to be a hard thing to do. They can't really make too many mistakes now. They can't really make too many mistakes now. But yeah. Because if Ohio does lose, we have to the missed PAT and those broken tackles have to be looked at. Because those 3 players should have tackled him. That should have tackled him. For sure. That's crazy. And it's a short kick, taking it from the 12 of 13. Gets tackled around the 32-yard line. So Navarro needs to respond back. Like, look at so it's like it's a screen, right? It's a little screen pass, like a little flat screen. Look at that. Yeah, two people trying to tackle him. And you still can't tackle him. So look at all 11, and they had to chase him down. Then you missed another two tackles there. So he already broke 5 tackles before he broke free. Heading off to Barun. Barun, left side, gets tackled with the gain of 3. Tackled at the 36. Second and 7 now for the Bobcats. Down by 4. Should be down by 3 if it wasn't for the missed P18. Like talking about, he's 5 for 14? Jeez. How are they in the lead playing passing wise? And there's Hendricks on the flat. Will get out of bounds around the, looks like the 44? Around the 44-yard line? 12:46 remaining. Yeah, Troy Old Dominions. Yeah, so we will start the live stream at 7:30. We'll start the live stream around 7:30 on Thursday. We're going to do a doublehead. We're doing a doubleheader special on Thursday. And ending up the Barun, and Barun will get tackled for 2-3 yard gain at the middle, and the clock will continue to run down. We're about to hit 12 minutes remaining. So, 2nd and 7 now. Navarro not having a good night on passing game. It's a freezing night there. Feels like in the late 10s. The actual temperature is like in the 30s. Bandura with the handoff. Bandura will get a gain of 1 to the 49. Now they need 6 yards. So 3rd and 6. Third down. And these people wearing like overalls and nothing underneath, you have to have balls to be out there in the cold. You have to have the balls to live out in the cold. Navarro tries to invade the sack, but he will get drilled at the line of scrimmage. He will get drilled at the line of scrimmage. He was tackled. Just straight up tackle. That was tackled by Tyson Lee, the redshirt senior. Well, that was only a gain of 1, but it felt like a sack there. So now Ohio has to punt this thing away. Punt is away. And will Fair catch it? And will Fair catch it around the 12-yard line? So Western Michigan, just keep it up at the run game. Like, if Western Michigan wants to win this, they just got to keep it up at the run game. Keep it up with the run game, and you will get it. My Detroit Maple Leafs and the Toronto Red Wings. I'm so done. Just teams being named for the wrong reasons. Like, I'm for real. Like, dude, what? Yo, that was a great play. The fact that he was like bouncing off defenders, that was definitely like beast mode, like Marshawn Lynch. Dude was bouncing players off like he was a pinball of a bumper. He's like a pinball bouncing off a bumper. It's that's just crazy. He did that. And then like when everybody was like all 11 of the Bobcat defenders were all huddled up, and then once he broke free, they were only delaying. They were only delaying the inevitable that was a touchdown. So Ohio's slipping up. They're slipping up. Ohio got 2 touchdowns to mix the extra point. Western Michigan, and that interception that got them a field goal, Western Michigan should have been, they will still be up 14-13. MAC championship last year. Ohio was your defending champions in the MAC against Miami of Ohio, which they beat last week, actually. But now their chance at a spot is on the line. Marshall wasn't MAC. I never knew that. So championship game inception in 1997. So the MAC had a championship games since 1997. Never knew that. Yeah, because you missed that. Now you missed the extra point. You're down by 4 and you need a touchdown. And here comes Jalen Buckley. Buckley going up. Gets to the 19. That's about 7 yards. That was about a 7-yard play right there. 7 to 8. So 194 rushing yards versus 142. Yeah, a lot of rushing attacks. Told you, a lot of they're running the ball tonight. Lowry's going to keep it to himself, going right, stutter stepping, does gain some yardage, and he does get enough for the first down. That's going to be a gain of 4, and the drive will extend for Brock Lowry and the Western Michigan Broncos. I feel like a cup of iced coffee. ESPN's college scorebug is good. I agree. I do love the new scorebug they have for this year. It's not too distracting. It's not covering up the entire screen on the bottom. I love it. I love the new scoreboard they have. Lowry's going to keep it to himself again, running, and he's going to get a gain of 4 on the play. Gets tackled at the 27-yard line. Yeah, I love ESPN's new scoreboard. Like, I love if you just give us a scoreboard where the game clock and the play clock are together, and it's something small that it does not feel like it's distracted on the screen. Like, I know Fox's scoreboard, current scoreboard, is terrible. It's terrible. But what ESPN, what CBS did, updated this year, it's great. Everything is there. And here comes a big run by Talele, I believe, and that's a first down for the Broncos at the 33. They might use it for Super Bowl 61. Well, I don't think so, because they're only using CBS, Fox, and NBC for Super Bowl for the Super Bowl. And this is the first time NBC has been, and this is the first time NBC has hosted the Super Bowl since Super Bowl 56. Lowry with the carry again, and Lowry gets the first down, just steamrolling this Bobcat defense to the 46 near midfield. He's just running. It's like, you know what? We have the lead. We don't really need to pass. Let's just keep running. See, look at the clock. It's 7:23 now. It's about 7:20. Super Bowl 60 won't be on ABC. Is it really going to be on ABC? Really? Huh. Gets another 4-yard gain. Just gain more yardage. Keep Ohio's defense on the field. Milk as much clock as you can. Keep milking as much as you can. This is for the lead of the MAC. Having control of the MAC. So this game is crucial. That's why we're doing this. Not only MACtion, but it's an important game. And Jalen Buckley with the rush gets the first down to the 40. He gets a 10-yard gain. Oh my gosh. They're just rushing through them. Like Ohio got more rushing yards, but Western Michigan is doing it more Western Michigan is doing it effectively. First half 78, second half 104. So they have 182 yards now. Jair Alexander steps away from the NFL. I heard about that. Eric Lowry using one of his running backs as a defender gets a gain of 7. They're getting yards that's the thing. You're milking clock and you're gaining yards in the process. And not getting first downs every time, but you're gaining yards and eventually getting first downs. This is how you can prevent your opposition of getting the ball. I love what Western Michigan is doing. I love what they're doing right now. And they're right behind Ohio in rushing yards, 194 to 189. Lowry rushing again. Gain yards. Now he got the first down at the 25. 5 minutes remaining. Holy crap. This is good. Western Michigan right now is playing. Dude. Western Michigan is playing smart. They played smart. They're sharp with what they're doing. Play clock running down. Take your time. Okay, if you didn't get any more yards, that's okay. That's all right. You didn't lose yards. You only got the line of scrimmage. That's fine. They're doing a good job, man. 4 minutes remaining in the fourth. Like you're letting the defense getting gassed. Watch Louisville beat Louisville. Hey, beating Kentucky. Yo, Western Michigan is playing smart. They've been doing nothing but running the ball. And this is off to Williams, and he will get out of bounds on this one. 3:37 will stop temporarily. Clock will return now. And of course, Jesus King. Christian Leary with the end around again, but Western Michigan just wasting clock. You kick a field, so if you don't get the first down, you kick a field goal. Well, regardless if you kick a field goal or not, Ohio is required to still score a touchdown. That's why every point matters. Because if they had that extra point, they only needed a field goal. with the flat. Gives it to the running back, and he will be tackled inbounds. Oh, thanks. That was. Wait. What gift? What gift? Matthew Stafford's MVP this year. Seahawks played the MVP every year for the same reason. No, the MVP I had, timeout by Ohio, by the way. 2:42 remaining. I got to change the clock. Oh, yeah. Hey, you're welcome. Enjoy him all you can, man. Sauce is a nice player. The sauce that came straight from your garden. Wait, who's the... Okay, the Colts are in the bye week. But Jonathan Taylor, dude, he had a game. Okay, I need to check. I'm gonna go to like the Gamecast because I want to know how long they've been having the ball. I want to know how long they were having that ball. Enjoy pick 32 for 2 straight years and AD. Lol. 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 Okay, hold on. Where is Okay, we're 2 minutes and 42 seconds in, right? It left. They have the ball for 7 minutes and 44 seconds. They said, okay, you know what? We have the lead. Let's just run it. We'll take our time. We're in no rush. 28 Mahomes play Seahawks. 2018 Mahomes. Seahawks played the Chiefs. 2019 Seahawks play Lamar. 2020 was the exception. 2021 Seahawks played Aaron Rodgers. 2022 Mahomes. 2023 Lamar. 24 Seahawks. Matthew Stafford is the division rival. I heard they're doing RFK. I hate you. I have students literally just saying that number repeatedly. It's like our own generations of like saying numbers like 69 and 420, but at least like those numbers have meaning. 6-7 does not have a meaning. It's just a lyric of a song. It's stupid. All right, so they changed the clock back to 2 minutes and 54 seconds now. And I see. I do not. All right, so Western Michigan, 37 yards. 37-yard field goal for Western Michigan. Kick is up, and it's no good. Ohio may have a chance now. Ohio has a chance to take the lead with the touchdown. They got to produce a drive of their own. It stands for a code. 10-6. Oh, my goodness. Missing field goals, man. Missing field goals. Just went wide left. Wide left. Oh, this is not good for Western Michigan. Your defense got to step up now. Oh, bro. All righty. Ohio has a chance. They only have 2 timeouts, though. They're going to hand this off to Bangura. Bangura, trying to go up, only gets about 4 yards on the play. And the clock is going to keep on rolling. And there will be a 2-minute timeout still remaining. 2nd and 6. Probably do one more play before the 2-minute warning. Navarro fakes the pass, and he's going to try to run it. There's a flag on the field. And then the clock will stop at 2:08 because there's a flag on the field. It could be holding on Ohio, which could be detrimental, which could be devastating for the Bobcats if it stands. And that's exactly the case. 2nd down. So you're looking at 2nd and 16 with a crucial holding call. Hey, kitty. 2nd down, 16 at the 14-yard line. And the clock will go. They're going to snap before the 2-minute warning. Navarro, he's looking. He's going to take a deep shot left side field. Overthrows his receiver. Incomplete. And the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning at 1:54 remaining on 3rd and 16. Ohio is not in a good spot. Navarro was trying to look for Rodney Harris a second, but just badly overthrew his target. Third and 16. What that was. Vanderbilt over Miami? Huh. College football kings. I'm just looking. It is the first time the college football. USF has been in the college football playoffs for the first time. Texas Tech looks good. I like to see how far Texas Tech can go. How will this game end? Because Ohio. Yeah, Texas Tech is fun. Texas Tech, or just Big 12 as a whole, is fun to watch. Really? Oregon's favored by 25.5 to Minnesota. See, I beg to differ. Minnesota 6-3. We're 7. We're 8-1. I beg to freaking differ. Feel like that matchup is closer than anticipated. Feel like Minnesota might keep it a close match against Oregon. They are fun conferences to watch. Big 12, ACC, and America are fun. I hate it when analysts, the college football playoff voters, and the fans are sucking off the SEC. They just suck it off so much. Like they trying to milk. It's like trying to milk every ounce of a cow to say why the SEC is the best of the best. So remember last year for Alabama when they tried to convince themselves why they should be in Conference USA? Kennesaw State is leading the charge. Kennesaw State, 7-2, 5-0 in conference play. Jacksonville State is also 5-0 in conference play. It's amazing. All right, 3rd down and 16 for the Bobcats. Navarro's got to do something. And he took a sack for 4 yards. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. Now you're at 4th and 20. You cannot take a sack like that. Sacked by Nadame Tucker. You cannot take a sack like that. That's a big no-no for Ohio. You can't punt it because Bama did not deserve to make it. Should have been Florida State that year. It should have been Florida State that year, not Bama. Oh, Jordan Travis got hurt. Oh, that means we cannot put them in. Stupid. That was stupid. 4th and 20. Does Ohio have a chance to convert it? Hang on now. We got a timeout. I think that's going to come from Western Michigan. They're going to try to figure out what player are they going to use. So Ohio. So the teams facing off. Jordan Travis, man, that injury just pretty much ended his career. Bobcats, they could get a good free win over UMass. Buffalo's going to have a tough. I think out of all the top 4 teams in the MAC conference, the Bulls are going to have the toughest. They're playing Central Michigan. Then they play Miami of Ohio, who are in 3rd place, and then Ohio, who is currently in the lead. They're trying to keep the lead right now. 4th and 20. You gotta chuck that bastard deep. You gotta chuck him deep. Navarro, you going deep, and it's incomplete. And turnover on downs. Western Michigan will get the ball way, way deep in territory. They're having it inside the 10. Because you can't punt it. Because it would have been better if Ohio had full 3 timeouts. If they got 3 timeouts, then maybe punt it. But the fact that you don't, then you can't do anything. Miami of Ohio. Hey, guess what? Right now, if they win, they get 1st place because I believe they beat Western Michigan. So if Miami of Ohio wins tomorrow against Central Michigan, there you go. And then there is the kneel. Looks like they can't stop the clock. All right. Yeah, Miami's only lost this to Ohio, but it's good. But guess what? It's good for Miami of Ohio because Ohio is gonna take the L tonight. Western Michigan wins it 17-13. So, all righty. So, good MACtion. This was some good MACtion. So, next stream, Thursday. We have 2 for 1. We have 2 games for 1 for you guys. We have 2 games for 1. First time doing it since last year. 7:30 Eastern on Thursday. We're doing Troy versus Old Dominion. And then later on that day, we have the Buffalo, that is the Jets, going up against the Patriots for the annual Patriots embarrassing the Jets. And then Friday, Minnesota, Oregon. Jesus is King and God bless indeed. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Jagger 9 again. Thank you so very much for the raid and the love and the support that you guys have been dreaming. Don't stream the Jets game, not worth that. I'm streaming it. You guys want to suffer? I'm going to suffer for you. So Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Good to be back. I will see you guys on Thursday. Have a good night, everybody.